and welcome to the Posh Travel Blog. I'm Christina.
And I'm Stuart.
And welcome back. We're going to do the exciting part today, aren't we?
Exciting for me because it's all about food, and the food on this cruise ship is amazing.
Really is. So for those of you that are following, you've probably seen our ship guide on the fabulous Explorer One. So we're now ready to give you the dining guide.
As promised.
And it is
it's amazing.
Isn't
like
it?
I said, they've got various dining options, which we'll go over now in this video. And we'll also drop in pictures of the food, and we've got copies of the menu so we can give you an idea of what we were offered every evening. But we've travelled on many cruise ships, and I think this is some of the best food we've ever had at sea, and really elegant dining venues as well.
Fantastic. So if you've not already subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, the Posh Travel Blog, and give us a thumbs up. And we will be, well, actually we've got an Instagram account as well, so you can follow us on there. We have actually put reels and stories of
our evenings
on the board. So yeah, follow us on Instagram. That would be great as well.
So you can subscribe down here or down here if you haven't done already. So without further ado, here we go. The best part of a cruise, the food.
We're going to start with the restaurants that you don't need to make a reservation. There's 3, starting with the Emporium Marketplace, which is a very upmarket buffet. Not like any buffet.
We're not allowed to call it a buffet. It's called the Emporium Marketplace, but it's not actually like a buffet because all the offerings are under glass cabinets, and there's loads of staff behind the counters, and they serve you everything. So it's not like one of these big ships and start grabbing tongs and everything like that.
Or anything,
nothing like that.
No queues,
you just take a plate, and then everything is under lovely glass cabinets, and you select what you want, and everything is individually, like the salad counter, the charcuterie counter, the oceans counter,
the cheese room, isn't it? Or they've got a cheese
section, and then they've got, and it goes like that. So it's all individually sectioned off. And the idea of the ship, they were telling us, is that they don't want people queuing like a normal cruise line where you're queuing. It's hideous. They just want it to be free flowing, really, really upmarket. And so you can just walk up to the counter, and it was like that as well.
Every time I went up, I never was behind anyone.
I think the most queue I did was about 25 seconds, and obviously that was they were stressed out about that. They don't want anybody to be queuing or have an unpleasant experience. It's really upmarket. It's not really a buffet. It is go and serve yourself, but they serve you, and then
you just take it to the table, and then your drinks are served to the table.
That's really lovely.
It's open from 7:30 in the morning till 10 o'clock for breakfast. And then lunch is 11:30 till 2 o'clock. Probably found that as a little bit early closing time, especially if you've been out on tour and you come back and you were sort of racing up there, and sometimes you'd missed it. So we then had room service. But so they may, hopefully, we've put our suggestion forward, they may improve that and sort of extend it to a little bit later.
And also breakfast. I mean, especially on a sea day, you want breakfast to go on a bit longer. Well, we do.
Yeah.
We're not really early risers. So, and then, as you say, lunch, and then dinner, they do 6:30 till 9. But we didn't ever go in there for dinner because the other restaurants were so amazing that we just went in the other restaurants. So why go in the buffet style restaurant when you can go to a really elegant French grill or anything like that?
Absolutely. I was just going to mention as well at breakfast there, it was lovely, wasn't it? You had the avocados, the poached eggs, smoked salmon, and they had an amazing juice bar. Really, such a selection of
all the
freshly
options,
pressed juices and smoothies. But
we used to go for the green boost, which had spinach, kale, ginger, and
another
things
one,
like that.
Vitamin C with turmeric, and
so
it was
many
really,
choices.
really healthy.
Carrot and everything. But they didn't skimp on. Usually, like Christina said, the avocados with poached eggs, you don't get that often unless you have to ask specifically. But there it was readily available. And it was lovely. Avocado toast with poached eggs and chili flakes and things. It was a really nice breakfast. And the other thing at breakfast, the fruit selection was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, incredible. Yeah, we'll drop some photos in now. But yeah, absolutely.
Mango, papaya, pineapple, blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. I mean, all the berries. For us it was perfect. It was the exact breakfast that we like, so it was really lovely and healthy. The other cruises trying to get sustainable food from ashore and healthy options, trying to have it a healthy sort of diet as well. So even though I did have unhealthy things some evenings, it's your choice. So that's the Emporium Marketplace.
Yeah, moving on to the other no reservation restaurant is Fil Rouge, which is a French restaurant.
Amazing.
And that is open for an a la carte breakfast. If you want a waiter service a la carte breakfast, that's from 7:30 till 9:30 in the morning. And then it opens for dinner at 6:30 until 9 o'clock. But amazing
Oh, we
dinners
loved
there,
it in
wasn't
there.
it?
That's the French offering. We
Yeah.
have the menu here, so I can give you some ideas of what to choose. I had on here, yeah, this is the one. Well, they've got grilled duck foie gras escalope, bluefin tuna tataki over crispy tomato olive tart, jumbo scallop carpaccio with Calvisius ossietra caviar, and I had that, and it was delicious.
I had the lobster tail linguine, which was, it was delicious. Really
Yeah,
was
you enjoyed
lovely.
that. Dover sole, and they prepare it for you at the table, debone it, and that was delicious as well. They've got 72 hours slow braised black Angus beef short rib, organic salmon, tornadoes, and seared Mediterranean sea bass, things like that. It really is a lovely, elegant dining room as well, and the service was excellent.
I'm not really a dessert person, but the souffle there was amazing. It was
There's a
really,
berry
really lovely.
souffle with a creme anglaise with the berries on
Every
top.
last detail.
It was delicious.
But it was
I had it
so
twice.
fluffy and light. It was, yeah.
And they also
divine.
do French cheese, and they've got a dessert trolley as well. Fil Rouge dessert trolley, freshly baked tart of the day, and quite a few Babero rum, hazelnut praline shoot. Too much to choose. Too much to choose.
And
But this is all included in the price.
Yeah.
The only restaurant you have to pay extra for is Anthology, which we'll come to in a minute. And this one you can just turn up. It's fairly, I'd say, a large restaurant. It's really nicely appointed, but it's bigger, and the Yacht Club's bigger too. And you can just turn up there whatever time you choose and get a table.
Yeah, and obviously it's all inclusive. So there's about 7 or 8 different wines, white wines, and 7 or 8 different red wines, really perfectly chosen to sort of accompany the meals that you.
The champagne,
yeah, free flowing really, champagne.
So, yeah, coffees. You don't have to pay anything for anything else really. It's all included. So yeah, so that's Fil Rouge, and a very nice restaurant.
I think you get the hint there.
So next door to Fil Rouge, on deck 4, is the Yacht Club.
The Yacht Club, yeah, which is open for lunch on a sea day and dinner 6:30 till 9 o'clock. But that was lovely. As it says, it's Mediterranean, a lot of Spanish tapas dishes in there. I had a lovely Greek saganaki shrimp. That was delicious, that dish, really lovely. Dishes. There was the octopus.
I'll just have a look at the menu. Excuse me. Yeah, really. So it's Spanish theme and Greek and things like that. We didn't go in there in the evening because we preferred the other restaurants, because obviously we're in Spain a lot of the time. So this is like normal food to us.
Yeah, we went there on a lunch day because it's the same menu for lunch when you're at sea. Yes. So
on a sea day you can go there for lunch. Yeah. So, but things like patatas bravas, shrimp saganaki, acorn fed bayota ham from Spain. I should have had that. Fresh local mussels with chorizo de bayota iberico, beef carpaccio, grilled octopus. So some lovely things, falafel fritters, and then soups, soup de poisson marseillais, I think it is, and minestrone. So it's like Italian themes here as well, risottos, and they've got Dover sole again, sea bass, Amarone beef fillet, ossobuco Milanese, so things like that. And I'm sure they had on there, yeah, they've got Piedmont hazelnut semifreddo for dessert, freshly baked tart of the day. So plenty of choice, amazing food, a really nice laid out restaurant as well.
It was lovely.
With a bar, didn't it?
And lunch was lovely because we had a selection of dishes. They weren't overly large, the tapas. So we just had loads of things to sample, and it was really delicious.
Nice. It's lovely. You can just order whatever you want as well. They don't mind. You can order 4 or 5 appetizers to share. It's lovely. But say there's a lovely bar in there as well, and a seating area with sofas and chairs. So if you want to go for a pre-dinner drink there, you can.
Really nice venue.
But those 2 restaurants are really, really nice. So that's the restaurants with you don't have to make reservations for. So let's move on to the reservations restaurants. So they're really good.
So moving on to the restaurants that you do need reservations for, Sakura. Now this was my personal favourite.
Absolute favourite. It was amazing.
It really was, and we visited a few times there, 3 times I think to be precise. But it was just so
more than we
good.
should have, but it was so amazing. So.
Yeah, it's open for lunch, 12:30 till 2, and they do have a separate sushi menu as well. But their Asian menu is fantastic, isn't it?
It's it's a combination of Japanese, Thai, Malaysian, Vietnamese, and one other I can't think now. But it's a really eclectic mix of the Far East, basically. And the food is just so delicious.
It really is. It's open for dinner 6:30 till 9 p.m. But again, there was a group of us and we shared all of the starters, didn't we? We had a load. Oh,
it's absolutely
incredible.
amazing. I have the menu here. It's an
I think you
open
probably
kitchen.
know it off by heart, really.
Oh, I do know it off by heart. It's you walk in. It's Sakura means cherry blossom in Japanese, and as you walk in, it's all really Japanese themed. And you go through, and there's all cherry blossom hanging from the ceiling. You know, it's amazing. It's just so well appointed, and like hand painted walls with birds of paradise and things. And such a nice feel. It's got a bar with some bar stools there, and then it's got a very large open kitchen at the end, so you can see all the chefs in there. I think there was at least a dozen chefs in there when I was. We were sitting watching them, and they're working in so unison there. Then it was no hassle. It was amazing. We were absolutely blown away by this restaurant.
It was blow away, really was.
So you've got the sushi. So there's a separate menu for sushi if you love sushi. Uramaki, futomaki. I've got all various different ones here. So there's plenty of choice. But for the dinner menu, you've got Asian style tapas to share, dim sum, gyoza, edamame beans.
I think we tried everything, didn't we, on the starters? It was
incredible. There was a few of us, and then we just ordered a few things and then tasted everything. But really lovely starters. So if you order a selection to taste, there was crispy duck leg confit. It was amazing with watermelon salad.
That was divine. I think that was my favorite.
It's delicious. Jumbo lump crab salad with avocado, edamame bean, and caviar. And the caviar was all delicately placed on top of the
work of
lump
art.
crab.
It really was. Yeah.
Soft shell crab tempura, delicious.
It was melting.
The wagyu beef tataki was absolutely delicious.
Lovely.
All this is included. There's no extra supplement.
I just never knew what to choose in there because it was so.
So we chose
lovely.
Everything. Crispy langoustine roll, bluefin tuna tartare, wakame salad, kale salad. Then they had some soups, miso soup and pumpkin ginger soup. And then for the main courses, marinated bay scallops with ossietra caviar, green peas, edamame, mash, and sake. It was delicious. Roasted black cod fillet, lobster pad thai, and they had the shell on the side. I've got a photograph, probably drop it in now. With lots, and we were talking to our friend who ordered that, and he said, I think I've got a whole lobster in here. There was so much lobster in the pad thai.
Delicious, yeah, I tasted it. It was really moist.
We're Thai green curry experts because we adore Thai green curry, and that was a very good Thai green curry.
It was as good as Thailand.
Delicious.
Yeah, fantastic.
They had black Angus sirloin steak teriyaki, gorgeous. 72-hour slow cooked short rib beef Penang. That was delicious.
It really was. The juices of the beef had gone into the Penang, so it was
amazing.
It was incredible.
And applewood smoked New Zealand lamb rack, and it came with a glass dome with the smoke inside and lifted it in the smoke. It was really top quality food. And our friend has been to the Michelin star restaurant in London. I can't think of the name of it. We were talking about it at dinner, and he said, "Oh, this is as good. This is amazing." He was just thought the tastes and flavors were amazing.
Fine dining experience, wasn't it?
And the desserts as well.
Yeah.
The desserts. We had the lemongrass poached pear with white chocolate vanilla cream and macaroon lime pavlova with mango. Absolutely delicious. If you're going on this cruise, make sure you book in there towards the beginning of the cruise because you'll probably want to go.
It was our favourite,
2 or 3 times. But that was amazing. Sakura, really mind blowing to us. We just thought that was amazing. So the next one is Marble & Co,
which is a grill restaurant. Again, that was lovely. It's open for dinner from 6:30 till 9 p.m. As it says, it's a grill. So
really well appointed again. As you enter in, they've got all the bottles of champagne and wine, and they've got the open kitchen again with the chefs cooking the steaks. And then you turn and you'll see it on the video, go through, and it's really nicely appointed, really luxury inside, really comfortable. And then they've got a fantastic menu. Again, so many steaks to choose from. It's amazing, wasn't it? Here we go. So for starters, just quickly, centre cut of salmon gravlax, which was delicious. Roasted beets in salted crust, jumbo lump crab meat salad, slow cooked pork belly, so there's lots, and there's more than that. And they also had crushed fingerling potatoes with Normandy butter and a huge dollop of caviar on top, ossietra caviar on top. Then they had lobster bisque, and they poured whiskey into it, which was really tasty. They got fish offerings, roasted Atlantic bone-in halibut, Mediterranean tuna steak au poivroir, lobster brioche, and then the beef, which is their main reason for the restaurant, because it was a grill. Germany, Bavaria, Simmental, grilled ribeye steak, 300 grams. That was big. Sweden, Swami, grilled sirloin steak, aged 45 days. And then they had France, Jersey. I think it's actually a steak from a Jersey cow, they were telling us. And it's a grilled prime rib, aged 30 days. They've also got a fillet from France, aged 20 days, but all the meat was absolutely tender and delicious. And then also they had other things like sweet spice grilled French lamb chops, Iberico de Bayota roasted pork rack. So really, really upmarket, really good top quality.
And you had your sides to add on there as well, didn't you? So
yeah, plenty of sides on there. So
it really
fried
felt
Brussels
like
sprouts
a
and
New York grill. It was
like a New York grill. That's exactly how it felt. It was amazing,
and it's just lovely because it's all again included, so there's no supplements to pay to visit either of those two restaurants.
And if you went out, I know the cruise is probably fairly expensive to book, but if you go out to a restaurant in New York or London and eat this standard of food, you know it's hundreds, if not thousands, for the bill.
No, it's absolutely incredible. And again, a wonderful selection of desserts and cheeses there as well. The cherry,
we opted for the Eton mess.
Yeah, they had the cherry blossom infused raspberries and a yuzu cheesecake. So there was some lovely. I'm
getting hungry. And Eton mess with meringue, chantilly, and mascarpone, and I can tell you, it was delicious. So they're the two restaurants that you need to make reservations for. So you just have to speak to the dining when you get on board, to the dining reservations person. But if you book it and it's full, if you go down to see the maitre d' on the evening, they usually get you a table anyway. So that was our experience anyway.
Yeah. So moving on to the restaurant that you have to pay a supplement for, Anthology. It's an amazing experience. The supplement is €195 per person, and it's a 9-course tasting menu. It's 6:30 till 8:30 in the evening, because obviously to get through 9 courses, you probably need to be there that little bit earlier. I'll let Stuart tell you about it, because
it's probably one of the most amazing restaurants we've ever been to at sea. It's incredible. Basically, how the restaurant works is they do a 3-month contract to a Michelin star chef, and on our occasion when we were there, the chef was Mauro Uliassi, and he has a 3-star Michelin restaurant nestled in the picturesque coastal town of Senigallia in Italy. And it's a destination that's now revered as one of the most exceptional dining experiences in the world. Each of his dishes will be a symphony of flavours, textures and aromas, transporting guests to a world where culinary artistry and creativity meet. It's on the Adriatic coast. So he's created the menu for the restaurant, and he'd sent his second in command to execute the dishes. So the dishes were exactly as you'd get them in the 3 Michelin star restaurant, which is an absolute honour, because to get into this restaurant, you have to book months in advance, basically. So to actually be on a cruise ship and be able to experience this is incredible. So
yeah, and I think on the menu they've got these very rare red shrimps, and the chef was telling us that like it's only so many in the world.
It's very rare, and the ship is holding 5% of the world's stocks. So it was either 400 kilograms they catch a year, and they had 20 kilograms, or it was 4,000 kilograms and they've got 200 kilograms. It was either of those. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they've got 5% of the world's stock, so that's pretty impressive. But our friends, after we've returned home, we went to dinner with our friends, and they said that they'd been onto the website to check and have a look at the restaurant, because obviously we'd just been to the one on board, and they said the menu was virtually identical, and the price was a lot more expensive, and you had to pay supplements for things like the red shrimp. So really amazing value for money. Even at 195, you're getting a spectacular menu and meal on there
at a fraction of what it would be.
Yeah, I think this chef's getting off in New York, and then a new chef comes on board. So obviously they'll have all information about that. Quite exciting
to see, yeah. But, it's a lovely concept, though.
I'll just run over the menu very quickly, and I've dropped the pictures in too. So we have amuse-bouche, cuttlefish tagliatelle with ossietra caviar, raw red shrimps that we just mentioned with mandarin extract, pineapple and edible flowers, sole, bergamot and lettuce, a homage to Pier Giorgio Parini, tuna alla puttanesca with tomato, basil, anchovies, capers, marinara marrowbone, with codfish tripe and celery seeds, and pasta and tomato alla Hilda in an infusion of fig leaves. And they were telling us how to get this exact flavour for this pasta this lady called Hilda had infused fig leaves into the olive oil. It was really a complicated process. So that's how they
the
created
work,
that
the
dish.
man hours that must go into each element of this is just.
You'll see the pictures,
like
I'm dropping them in,
art,
but it was a
really
work of
is.
art. So if you've been to a Michelin star, which probably most of you have, this is up there with the best. And main course choices: beef fillet or filet jersey, or sea bass, or smoked tofu and roasted apricot. So you could select which main dish you'd prefer. They were all amazing. We went for the beef fillet. Actually, it was delicious.
Incredible.
And then they had a pre-dessert: strawberry granita, mascarpone, and cardamom meringue, and tiramisu. With 85% chocolate ice cream. But you say tiramisu, but actually this work of art was even grated ice cream. I don't know how they did it.
It was like deconstructed. It was just tiramisu in nothing I've ever tasted before.
It was amazing.
It was incredible.
So it was a really special experience. As I say, you have to pay a supplement, 195, the only restaurant that you do, but it really is worth it. So if you're on board, definitely
special. It really is something
book in
else.
and have a look.
They offer as well €75 supplement for a wine pairing experience with that 9-course dining. If not, there's an extensive wine list, so you can buy your bottles of wine, because you can't actually have the all-inclusive wines from the regular bar.
Drinks aren't included, apart from still water and cocktails. So you have to buy bottles of wine. Bottles of wine were around, they started at about 35 upwards, 6, and they went right up to a couple of thousand, so huge selection of wines on board. But the wine pairing was a really nice option. So different
just
wines
complements each.
But yeah, it's a really fabulous restaurant. Food was amazing, really wonderful experience. Unbelievable that you're at sea experiencing that quality of food. So yeah, amazing.
So moving on, we have in-suite dining. So if you feel tired and you don't want to be bothered to sort of dress up and go to the restaurants and just sit on your terrace or on your suite, then you have an in-suite dining, quite extensive in-suite dining menu there.
24 hours a day.
That is, 24 hours a day.
So you can ring at 3 o'clock in the morning for a croque monsieur, if you wish.
Or a petite black Angus fillet, organic salmon fillet. There's some pasta dishes on there, so extensive menu there. So
yeah, and they're going to make, and they're actually going to extend that menu. They were telling us they're going to make it more choices. Even there's plenty on there already, but they're going to make it even bigger. So
it was the best croque monsieur, wasn't it? It was really lovely.
It's lovely, actually, and it's pretty quick.
We'd just come back from the Edinburgh tattoo, and it's about 1 a.m, so we rang and had that because we hadn't eaten. That was delicious.
Yeah, unfortunately, we all came back at 1 a.m, so we did have to wait for room service that evening. But usually it came quite quickly. They do give you a card in your cabin like this, so you can hang that on your door and mark whatever breakfast items you want if you want breakfast delivered. And it's very extensive. Again, it comes from the kitchen of the Fil Rouge, the French restaurant. They've got everything on there: eggs, avocado toast, ham, bacon, all the juices, yogurts. So extensive. So
really good breakfast
menu. So if you don't want to be bothered to go up to the Emporium Marketplace or down to Fil Rouge, you can just put that on the door and they'll deliver it to you. But we didn't. Some mornings we were a bit late. We just rang down and said, "Can we have X, Y, Z?" And they just brought it. So it was really good.
I think it goes on a little bit later as well. The in-suite dining. I'm sure it's till 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30.
So if you want to lie in.
But we were ringing them about 10:30, and they still brought it, so it's fine. But yeah, very nice in-suite dining if you don't want to be going to the main restaurants all the time. So shall I talk about this? It's afternoon tea, 4 till 5 in the Explora Lounge. We went there only one day, because we came back late from ashore. So we just thought, oh, should we just go and have afternoon tea? And it was really elegant. They had the piano playing. They've got the Steinway piano that just plays itself, which was unusual. And they had all the different scones with clotted cream, fresh cream, jams, and they had a lovely selection of sandwiches, didn't they?
It was a lovely crab sandwich, and it was really, really nice. Yeah, so
all different selection, and other cakes and pastries and everything like that. A huge selection of teas, and it was all very elegant. And they had the teas, fresh leaves inside the little metal thing that goes in the pot and infuses. And so it was all very nice, actually. But we only did that one day. But that's every day, 4 till 5. And the Explorer Lounge.
Yeah, and then you've also got Cafe Crema, which is the coffee shop. So with your specialty coffees, that's open from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m, and they do have sandwiches and cakes there as well. So that's another sort of good meeting place, or somewhere to sort of relax.
Yeah, nice area actually. I just dropped the footage in so you can see it now. And finally, there's the Gelateria and Creperie buffet restaurant.
Market Emporium.
That's it. I can never remember that name, the Market Emporium. And that's nice. They do all different pancakes with all toppings on, and a really nice selection of ice creams as well, which are all included. So you can go and help yourself to those if you're laying around the pool or from that neck of the woods. It's really lovely.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So that's it.
So we do hope you've enjoyed watching and found this useful. We've put a full ship guide on our YouTube channel with various suite categories as well, the suite that we stayed in and the penthouse and some of the higher suites. So do take a look at that. Please subscribe to our channel, The Posh Travel Blog.
Either down there or down there. I can never remember where.
And give us a thumbs up. It means so much. And thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, the dining options on this cruise, amazing. Some of the best food we've ever had at sea. And we will definitely go. It's our new favourite cruise. We'll definitely be going back on just to go to Sakura and enjoy that lovely Asian food again. That was amazing.
It was lovely. It was amazing.
Yeah, so
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.
Won't be long till we're off on our next adventure. So as Christine said, subscribe, follow us on the Posh Travel Blog on Instagram because you can see everything where we're going. And we're going in 10 days' time. We're on the next one.
That's it. So we'll be getting the cases out again.
I don't think they'll have a Sakura on board, but who knows? Okay, nice. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Bye.